So hello guys and welcome to another stream, and today me and Anton will be discussing more about the Switch 2, and we will be playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in preparation for Mario. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about the sorry about the echo there, or the playback there. But yeah, I guess to prepare for Mario Kart 9, we will be playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and you can join me. The tournament code is right there. I'm shocked I'm the oldest member on the channel. Yeah, thank you for being a member. I definitely appreciate that.
I'm just gonna get my Switch actually. It's upstairs.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second then.
But yeah, anyone is welcome to join. I have the tournament code on screen here. I'll also put it in the chat just in case. I'll try to join the tournament later in the middle of a Jamboree match right now. Yeah, I understand. I definitely want to do some more Jamboree streams fairly soon. But yeah, the Switch 2 looks pretty good. I'm really excited about it. You know, this morning, like, there were a couple people who said that I didn't look like the beach in Armani, and a few others said that I didn't look particularly excited. That's because I just woke up. It was like 8 in the morning. I know it was like 5 a.m. for like people on the West Coast, but it was like 8 a.m. where I was. And I was just kind of tired. I probably would have had more of a reaction to Mario Kart if it was like later in the day. If it was like at like 10 a.m. Actually, I'm kind of glad it was like at 8. Because I actually had time to react to it before my first class. How are you doing, Reese? I'm doing good. I'm definitely excited right now about the Switch 2. Definitely going to choose Rainbow Road here for whoever joins next. What's your favorite Nintendo console and PlayStation console? Favorite Nintendo console? I just say the Switch. I know that's like the basic answer, but I think like there's just so much on the Switch that I love, either between like Thousand Year Door, Brothership, Odyssey, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Pikmin 4. So many great games. PlayStation, I haven't played like a ton of PlayStation games, but I'd say maybe like either the PS1 or the PS2, I'd say. Probably the PS2. But either console is great. Really the only, like, PlayStation games I've played are, like, PS1 or PS2 games. Or ports of them.
Yeah, I think that's the best ones are from. I think they kind of fell off after that. I mean, there's some good games, but I find that they seem to care a bit more about their, their exclusives and the general feel of their system a lot more back then. I think the PlayStation 3 was really just a different thing entirely, that they were like, we don't have to rely on our games anymore kind of idea.
Yeah.
But then PS4, they did have a lot of exclusives, I believe, so they had a lot of exclusives on there.
Yeah.
But PS5, they just haven't put a lot of effort, and they love live service games, and because they're like, oh, we can make a lot of money this way, and that's not the way to do things.
Speaking of the PS5, if the Switch 2 happens to do well, how long do you think it will take for the Switch 2 to outsell the PS5?
I don't know. I actually don't think it will take that long. Another question is, will the Switch 2 outsell the Switch?
I don't know. I think it will probably, like, I'm thinking, like, it can, I think it's reasonable that it can hit 100 million, just due to how weird the gaming industry is right now.
The problem is that, I think the thing that will just kind of hurt it is the fact that if someone has a Switch, or they just got it, they don't want to buy the new thing for a while. right?
Yeah.
So that's sort of the thing with the system, right? Um, but again, I think the thing with the handheld concept is that it's not like one family or one person has the console. You know what I mean? Like with the PlayStation
Yeah.
system, the idea was that, you have one system that sits in,
How are
your
there only
setup
two
or whatever.
How are there only 2 people in the room? There are like almost 20 people watching the stream.
See, I'm
I
joining
am
you right now.
really.
Just something here quick.
Can more people join, please? I wanted more people to join this.
I'm joining now.
Oh, I know you were gonna join, but I mean, like,
I
are
guess
you
everyone's
going?
moved on to Mario Kart 9.
Are you going to one of the Switch 2 experiences in April? I don't really have the money to go all the way out to like New York or Los Angeles. I mean, like, I'm saving up for PAX. I'm gonna go to PAX. I'm not sure if they're gonna have any Switch 2 stuff there. They'd announce it like later on if they do, but yeah, I only have like enough money to go to PAX and get a Switch 2 and stuff. I'm trying to save, so since I'm in college and everything, so
Yeah, it's unfortunate that why are there only 3 in the States? Like, really? Just 3. Just
that's
Dallas,
crazy.
New York, and LA. Like,
They should just have one at.
what?
They should just have one at PAX. I don't know why they won't just do one at PAX. It's like the easiest.
To me, I find it funny because, like, for me, they're doing one literally like 30 minutes away from me. It's not like
Are you gonna be able
Toronto
to?
not far.
Are you gonna be able to go to it? Because I think that would be pretty
Yeah.
cool for you to see it and document it and everything.
If I get in, basically what I'm doing is, the family plan thing we have.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, if you were technically Canadian, or, well, I don't know how it works. Like, do you have to, like, how do you change, like, you know what I mean? Like, I could get you in because apparently it's supposed to be a certain amount of people that someone can bring. So if I like with the family plan, since you're a part of it, if I get in, you could technically go. But
Yeah.
the thing is, I'm not sure how it's region locked and stuff because it says only people from Canada can go
Huh.
to the event, or if you're from America, you can go. So that's what I'm trying to figure out is.
Actually, if I'm somehow able to get into it, like when is this? Because like I just want to see, because I do have a passport and obviously did see you.
How
So
they tell, I wonder how they tell, like, oh, I guess your region of your account, because because I've added a few people onto the family account thing to see, because if I get it, then they can come with me. So yeah, that'd be awesome if I get it. So it's just funny. I find it funny though that Toronto is here, but then there's gonna be in LA and all these huge places with so many people. Like, it's gonna be hard to get in, right? Whereas for me, it's pretty, maybe not difficult, but it's a little easier.
yeah. Yeah, the thing is with me, the reason I'm not able to go to one of these is because I'm in North Carolina. Like, it's like 400 miles away from the nearest one.
In like, they couldn't have done one closer to like Orlando. They couldn't have done one in Orlando or something.
Yeah.
Like, I find that weird. Like, they picked Dallas and then LA. Like, they couldn't have one. They should have done one in Seattle, Vancouver, LA, Dallas, and then do one in like Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte would be like pretty easy for me to go to. They've done Nintendo events in the Raleigh area before, which would be like very easy for me. But like they did like a Summer of Play event thing in like Raleigh or Durham in North Carolina before. I was actually almost gonna go to it, but I didn't have time. Actually, the closest thing the closest thing Nintendo has ever done to me is the Animal Crossing aquarium thing in Myrtle Beach. And that I actually went to.
For me, like, they don't really do that much, to be honest. Like, the only times I've been to some events or I've seen like there was one time I went to one major convention that was here, and at that place they had a lot of games, and they that's when I first got to try a Nintendo Switch, but that was like when it came out like a year later or so.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of what else they do, like in malls and stuff, where they'll be like, oh, we're gonna go to Yorkdale Mall, and here you can try the system, but this is a bit different. The thing is, it's funny because the place that they're going to do it is like near the Game Expo I go in Toronto that they have. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's like it's literally a walk from there. So it's pretty close, and I just find that so weird because honestly, I would have expected them to do it either not in Canada at all or pick like Vancouver or something, because Nintendo of Canada is in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So I'm actually surprised they're not doing it there. It's so weird. Or even Seattle, that would have been something that I would have thought they would do, because isn't that where they're headquartered in?
Yeah. Wait, they're not
Right?
doing one around Seattle?
It's in LA they're doing.
That's crazy that they're not doing one in Seattle.
So far.
Because it's like because Seattle is like so close to the Nintendo of America headquarters. That is just weird that they're not doing it then. Yeah. But I wanted to
I find it strange, yeah.
But I wanted to talk some more about like certain things about the Switch 2. Gotta feel bad for the kids that got a Switch and 8 Deluxe for Christmas just to see this reveal less than a month later. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess the thing is, if you got it now, it just shows that it wasn't priority for you to get the newer system either,
Yeah. Oh, and I
guess that's the thing.
Yeah, I saw that Soshi is in the chat. So hey, Soshi.
Like, I told my cousin, I was like, my uncle said, oh, should I buy it?
Oh, and hey, Pat Kickin.
I said, like, should it, my uncle asked me, should I buy it for, his son, my cousin, right?
Yeah.
And, I said, just wait until the new one. Wait until the new system. And, like, I was right.
Yeah, the nice thing is about, like, the Switch 2 coming out, like, in either the late spring or early summer, is the fact that, like, my birthday is in March, and I can just get some money to save up for it, which is nice.
When do you think it's gonna release?
I think it's either gonna be May or June. I could see June, because, like, that...
I hope it's not June, because I won't be able to play it until July.
Oh.
I really hope so, because I'm going on a trip to Malta.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I'm going on a trip to Malta for 3 weeks. And it would be awfully inconvenient if it came out, like, the day after, or the... I mean, I could buy it there, but I don't want to buy it there. And it'd be kind of weird, because...
Yeah, you're gonna be stuck with a European system.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I want that. I'd rather wait instead of getting that. And also, like, I don't even know... Because, like, Malta's a small place, right? It's not, like...
Yeah.
I'm not going to, like, a major, like... European city. It's like the chances of even finding a system there would probably be next to nothing. So yeah, I don't know, I'm a bit worried about that. Nintendo might be like, you know what, we're gonna put it on the day that you leave or something.
Yeah.
That would be incredibly annoying. Although actually, even if it was the day I leave, I'd try to get it like I'd try to go midnight or something to get it the day,
Yeah.
So I don't know, that could be interesting, or it comes out in the middle of June. But as long as it comes out either late May, mid-May, early May, or even really early June, I might have a chance of getting it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm a bit worried, because that would be incredibly annoying. Everybody'd be like, oh, I'm enjoying the console, it's so great, and then meanwhile I'll be like, oh, I can't play mine until July. So hopefully not. Hopefully it'll be good. I'm just a bit worried about that, because I'm like, the timing it's interesting.
Yeah.
I would kind of, I would probably explode if I saw that it was releasing at the most inconvenient time. But we'll see what happens. I would say if I were to release it, I'd do it in like May 12th or something, May 3rd.
Hopefully,
like, I could see Nintendo putting like a 1-digit kind of, you know what I mean, like 1 digit like May 3rd,
Yeah.
May 2nd, or June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd. That's to me what I'm thinking, like very early in the month, like they did for the first system. Or maybe not. Maybe they would just be like, we'll do whatever we want. Which,
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully Mario Kart 9 is a launch title for the Switch 2. I am fairly confident that it is.
Yeah.
Like, since it was shown alongside the system and like...
I think it will. Because I remember the leaks, the guy, Next Handheld, he did say that it was launching alongside a game, Mario Kart.
I don't think it's going to be called Mario Kart.
On it.
I don't think it's going to be called Mario Kart Rainbow Road like that one link said. That's weird. I don't know why they'd call it that. Like the
guy said he's like there's a version of the system with a 9 on the back or a 9 within. It's a special edition.
Oh. I might actually get that special edition if it's at launch because that sounds really cool.
Yeah, because that's exactly what he has. Meanwhile, Samus Hunter was like, oh, it's not launching with no Mario games. It's like, yeah, like you say wrong.
Yeah. I remember, and then I remember one leak said that like Mario Kart was delayed and 3D Mario was going to be the launch title.
Remember the meme where it's like, they're working on a new Mario Kart. And it's like, and it's new twist. Have you seen that one?
I think I did.
Like, yeah, where it's like, oh, new twist, and then you read the next 4 letters, and you're like, oh. Where it's like analysts predicted, but like the analysts were just like cut out. But hopefully my power doesn't go off again. It actually went off like an hour ago again. It's really annoying. There's something wrong. Maybe because it's like -6 outside. It's cold. Apparently next week it's supposed to get really cold here, which I'm not looking forward to.
Also, one thing that I'm glad about Mario Kart 9 is that Pauline is going to be a playable character from the start. That is really cool.
Yeah, Pauline is there, which is nice. Seems pretty likely, and they're really pushing Pauline as a major character. Donkey Kong's there, Toadette's there, Wario, Luigi, Yoshi. I don't know what other characters and things we'll see, but I have a feeling this is going to be a really jam-packed game since they've been working on it for a long time, right? The Bandai Namco Studios is the one that's been working on it.
Well, along with, I think EPD also is co-developing it too.
That's what I think. I would say that I think this year we're going to see... I'm gonna go with what you said with Animal Crossing towards the end of the year. Or towards like the second half, and I think we're gonna see Mario Kart 9 as a launch game, or Mario Kart Crossroads. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Mario Kart Crossroads, and then I think we're gonna see a 3D Mario in the summer, or in September or something.
Actually, I think it's gonna be October. They usually have mainline Mario games in October nowadays. I would say between Odyssey and Wonder, so I think that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. The summer is, I don't know what could be there. It could be Pokemon Legends, but that might be November.
I think that's November.
Title.
Yeah, actually, here, I'm just gonna give a prediction for, like, the year. So I'm gonna say Switch 2 releases late May, then we're gonna get Metroid in June. And then,
Okay, yeah, that's what I think, too. And I think there'll be some sort of, like, alongside the launch game, there must be some sort of mouse-related game. Because remember how, like, Snipper Clip showed, like, the 2 Joy-Con idea? I know that wasn't actually developed fully by Nintendo, but I bet you there will be some sort of either some kind of 1-2 Switch game, or maybe not 1-2 Switch, like, Cole 1-2 Switch, but you get kind of idea, right? Either it's a WarioWare game that uses the mouse feature, or it's, like, something completely new. So I think they'll do something like that to show that feature off, kind of like a tech demo. And then June Metroid.
So June, July. I'm gonna say maybe some kind of like. I know Mario Kart's gonna be a multiplayer title. Maybe they'll do like some kind of experimental multiplayer title.
Actually, for Mario Kart, free updates.
Actually, I just thought of something. Maybe the online playtest thing releases like as a full game in July.
Oh, that's a
Maybe
good
that's the
one,
July
yeah.
thing. August is usually there's usually not much going on, but I think Mario plus Rabbids came out in August during like the Switch 2's launch year, so I could see the Fire Emblem 4 remake releasing as like a
Yeah.
cross-gen game in August. Then
What do you think-
September.
I was gonna say, like, when do you think the free updates for Mario Kart will drop to add like the next half of the roster, or like, I can't wait. Dimitri is gonna go crazy if that happens.
Yeah.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Then
Then
the game release is finished and complete.
Then I'd say September is Animal Crossing. October is new 3D Mario. November is Pokemon Legends Zaza. Then nothing in December. Like kind of how there usually is.
That's like a pretty safe year, I think, overall. If they
Yeah.
did, because you can't just be like, oh, and then they're gonna do Luigi's Mansion 4, and then they're gonna do this, and then they're gonna do Splatoon 4, and then they're gonna do this. Like, that's too much, right? I think
Yeah.
those will probably be announced for 2026.
Yeah.
But I think that
They
this
might
year
even-
it's gonna be your
they-
Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, and 3D Mario game. and
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4.
I think despite the April Direct, they might even do a June Direct too. I think because they do one every year. I think it would make sense. And the 2026 titles, like all the 2025 stuff would be revealed in the April Direct. But the some like 2026 titles and different projects for the Switch 2 would be at the June Direct, like things later. So
Yeah, do
I
you
thi-
think that the Switch 1 stuff will be... This will be like the final Switch 1 Direct in February or whatever they do? Or do you think it'll be like, like they'll still continuously have a few new games here and there? Or do you think it'll just
I
be,
don't know. Like
after this Direct
I think like after the Switch 2, everything that will still release on the Switch will also be on the Switch 2. I don't think after the Switch 2 releases, I don't think there's gonna be any like just regular Switch 1 titles. Actually, maybe like just on the eShop and just like little things. But like from Nintendo themselves, I don't think there's gonna be like
I mean,
any.
I don't even think that, like, after they do one more Direct with a few more games, just to, tie people over a little bit more, I don't think they even need to make any games, because the library is so large and vast that there
Yeah.
are so many games that they don't even need to make that many more for
Yeah.
the Switch.
I think
You've
they.
got 2 Donkey Kong platformers, you've got so many 3D Mario stuff and 2D Mario stuff. You've got, you've got a lot of games.
I think that-
actually, I have another thing I completely forgot. Oh my gosh. You know what's another thing we forgot about?
Kirby.
No, something else. There's something else happening this year that could have a few releases, and maybe, I don't know, I want you to guess.
I'm a little tired right now, so I might have forgotten.
Well, 3D All-Stars.
Oh yeah, wait.
It's the Mario.
Oh yeah,
Anniversary this year.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
must mean something, right? But
Yeah.
They must be like, okay,
I know.
we're gonna do something crazy, unless Mario gets executed again March 31st.
Yeah.
Which would be terrible. Hopefully not. That was
Oh, I'm in
that happened then.
I'm in an empty room again. That's a bit weird.
I'm in like another room, but like I'm in your room.
Huh? Are there other people in there, or
There's one other guy in there.
can more people join the tournament, please? Is like.
Yeah, I forgot about the Mario 30th anniversaries. I mean, not 30th, 40th, which is a big deal, much more compared to 35.
There
I
we
hope they
go.
make some
Finally.
kind of cool stuff again, because it was awesome to get the pins set. Those were cool,
Yeah.
and the pins.
Oh yeah.
and
Were you able to get all of the pins? Because I was
yeah,
able
I was able
to.
get
Yeah.
both. Yeah. The second time was so easy. Do you remember?
Yeah.
You had to get 3D World. I think everyone forgot because I literally just went into the store and got it immediately. Because I
Yeah.
remember with the first one,
The
with 3D
first one,
All-Stars,
That
it
was
was like a disaster.
Yeah, it was a miracle that I was able to get it. Like, I can't believe I actually managed to get it. Like, I remember so many
managed to
people
pull
weren't able
through.
to.
Yeah, maybe I had some luck because I was looking at the Nintendo Canada store, but it was still really laggy. But the second one, there was no lag at all, no problem, because 3D World had just released, and I think a lot of people had either trouble getting their copies, because I remember my copy came pretty late for the game. I got it way later, or like a few days later or something. I think I got it on like the Wednesday after the game came out, because there were, COVID and stuff, or the stuff that's going on, right? It was difficult for the stuff to go on with that, right? The supply chains, everything was kind of messed up. But I wonder what they're gonna do. Maybe they do another Game & Watch again or something. I don't know. I think they're kind of running out of ideas, but to do things.
So I think
they probably will make something.
I think they're mainly gonna tie in like the new 3D Mario with like, and I guess Mario Kart through like updates. They might do like this classic retro update where they had like 8-bit Mario to the
they'll bring back,
to Mario Kart 9
as well.
Honestly,
retro.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think they'll bring back Mario 35 as Mario 40 or something?
They might.
Weird?
They might actually release it as like a full game on the Switch 2. Exclusively on the Switch 2, of course.
Yeah.
For like
there's that.
Mario 35 now.
They could even do Galaxy 2. They could say, "Hey, here's Galaxy 2."
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work, but I think that that's something they could do, because honestly, there's not many games that they could be like, "Oh, we're remaking Mario RPG or making the 1000-Year Door. Here's a new Mario and Luigi." They can't do those things. They've already done them.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're gonna follow up any of those games with something new, so they can't do that. So I mean, and they're making a new Mario Kart. So I think if they do Mario Kart and they do 3D Mario and maybe some other few things, I think that'd be cool. But
Yeah.
maybe who knows what they have planned up their sleeves. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that the Mario anniversary was that long ago.
Oh, hey Matthew Gaming.
Yo, what's up?
He's actually making a really cool animated outro for me. It's gonna transition into my outro, but it's pretty cool.
That's cool. Hopefully it turns out well.
So I'm thinking about doing
your one.
I'm thinking about doing a super chat goal. What should I make it for? What should I have the condition for, or what should I do if it's the goal? Because I kind of want to do a goal right now.
I don't know. Pick something.
Oh, actually, I have an idea. Mario Party stream tomorrow.
Oh, I'm in your thing. Do you
Oh,
see me
nice.
now?
Yeah, if I get 10 super chats within, let's say, like an hour, I'll do a Mario Party stream tomorrow. It could be any price. It could be 99 cents.
Yeah. Oh, another thing too, I want to say. Do you think they're gonna make Nintendo Selects soon?
I don't know. I think Nintendo might be
that's something that Nintendo won't do.
I think Nintendo's done with Selects.
Yeah. You're probably right about that.
I think like
if say here's like a price cut for some of those.
Yeah, they might just do like just they might just do like a basic price cut. I don't think they're gonna have like any. They might put like a little label on it or something.
Too, anyways.
Yeah.
Like they look ugly. The box arts look really ugly. I hate them. So just cut the price a little bit, and I think people will be happy.
I was speaking of the box, or like I was thinking about the Switch 2 box and how that's gonna look. I definitely think
it's supposed to be bigger.
Yeah,
which honestly, I kind of hate because they look so nice on my shelf, but then again, my shelf is filled with Switch games now, so I need to put them on a different row.
I would put it on a completely different row than my Switch 1 games anyway, because it's a different console technically. So I'm not going to have too big of an issue with that. I think it's mainly due to the fact that they want to differentiate it from the Switch 1.
Yeah, which is a pretty valid thing. I mean, they tried to kind of do that with the Wii U and with the blue cases.
Yeah, but I think making like a different, like making it a little bigger will help even more, I would say.
Yeah, there's an interesting, there's an alternate reality where the Wii U is called the Wii 2.
Yeah. I think it would actually, honestly, I think it actually would have sold decently if it was called the Wii 2.
Yeah.
Oh, nice! Thank you for the $4.99 super chat, DJ2. Do you think they'll do an anniversary collection for Mario this year? I think it's possible. If they do,
release 3D All Stars.
they could re-release 3D All Stars.
Or have like say, I know some people are like, oh, they're gonna do 3D Land, Galaxy 2, and 64DS. Like, okay, how is that supposed to work? Like, 3D Land is clearly designed for the 3DS. You can't just take the game and just run it on the system unless you did significant amount of work to it. Which at that point is it like, you know, you'd have to do some work. You'd have to get rid of the second screen stuff. You'd have to get rid of the 3D prompts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it might not be worth it if they plan to make it quick, right? So they could do that. They could do Galaxy 2
I'm also,
and 3D Land, but
I'm also,
I don't know
yeah, I'm
that.
thinking, like, it would be interesting if they did, like, like, an expanded version of 3D All-Stars with 64 Sunshine, Galaxy 2, 3D Land, and even 64DS as well.
But how would they do 64DS, though? Like, that's the
I
thing.
mean,
It would look quite bad.
Well, if they... I mean, it depends on how they
handle it. At that
handle
point,
it.
you might as well just remake Super Mario 64, right? Like, that's in my opinion. Like, they could do it, but why do 64DS?
I was just thinking more of it as like a bonus. I would say that would like on top of all the other games. But with that collection,
no, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying like I just don't think fundamentally that they would do that or that would work very well. Like 3D Land's more likely because at least with other 3DS games they've done it. But a DS game like that, they'd have to kind of remake that game from the scratch if they were to put it in All Stars.
Yeah.
Or they'd have to figure out, okay, you can use the Nintendo mouse thing or something. They could do that, but I don't know how well that would work for a game like that. They could do it though. But yeah, to me, like that game, I just don't know. That's why I think they could do this, where they offer 3D All Stars again, but they offer a version that has Galaxy 2.
Yeah, and I'm thinking if for people who already have
an update.
Yeah, for people who already have it, because like I don't think like because 3D All Stars, 3D All Stars sold decently, so I don't think they're gonna screw over like 9 million or whatever people who bought 3D All Stars. That like I know Nintendo
doesn't do that kind of stuff.
Nintendo can be weird sometimes, but I don't think they stoop that low. Like they just like sell 3D All Stars again and not doing it. Yeah. Speaking of Pokemon
sells their DLC and stuff.
Speaking of Pokemon, we're probably gonna get our first look at Zaza next month at the Pokemon Presents for like Pokemon Day.
I hope there's a Switch 2 version.
I think there probably is gonna be a Switch 2 version of it at this point. I know sometimes Pokemon can be a little behind when it comes to new consoles, but like the Switch 2, like I don't know like how it couldn't work. Like it just like they would basically have like a version that runs better. But at the same time, I'm thinking like imagine if like it still looks terrible. Like just imagine like after like all this time, like Pokemon still looks just weird.
Yeah, I hope that Scarlet and Violet can just run better on the new system. I don't care about the graphics, or to be updated or anything. All I want is the frame rate to be something that isn't bad. And if they can do that and make the frame rate really smooth, then I think that would pretty much make the game more playable and a lot better. And it wouldn't be hard, it'd just be a patch they have to apply to the game. And it seems like, you know, something that they might do, right? They might be like, okay, you can do a patch, right? Or maybe that's what the C button. Maybe the C button's like the... I don't know. It's like the fixing button. I don't know.
Oh, I saw like another comment from a little bit ago from EnemyCon that said, do you think Switch 2 games are going to be $70 like Tears of the Kingdom? I don't know. Like, I don't think, like, all games will be. Like, I'm not sure if Mario Kart 9 will be. I think Mario Kart 9 might still be, like, $60. But, like...
You know what's funny? I did the calculation in, in Canadian dollars, and it was, like, basically 62 American dollars is how much, like, a $70 game... Like, you know what I mean? Like, how to explain? Like, yeah, like... For me, like, it'd be $90 for a game, right? But for you, it'd be 62 American dollars for that $90 game. So essentially, like you could buy it from Canada and it'd be cheaper because it'd cost you like
Yeah.
$60 more, but then you'd still have to pay tax anyway, which kind of then makes it a little bit more like you're paying the game like $5 off. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So I was looking into that. I'm just like, wait, how would the conversion be? And it was like, it was really weird. And I was like, oh, that's a bit strange. But yeah, I mean, to me at that point, it's not like I'm paying that more, so I don't really like. I mean, it's annoying. Obviously, I want the game to be cheaper. For me, it doesn't really do much, but obviously for you guys, it does quite a bit, right? The game shouldn't be that much, at least.
Yeah.
At least not something like, okay, like Tears of the Kingdom obviously made sense.
But I still think it shouldn't have been.
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, it's on sale anyways at this point. I don't see the game on sale. Tears of the Kingdom, I've seen it like 64 Canadian dollars, which is like, it's probably like closer to $50 USD. So like the game's price has come down significantly on like Amazon and stuff.
Oh, Ray said,
annoying.
I really love Donkey Kong's new design. I do too. I really like it. Like, I know some people,
different, and I think that's kind of cool.
Some people think it's weird, but I actually kind of like it. It kind of reminds me of like the classic DK designs, and that's what the movie design was going for anyway, which I kind of appreciate. So,
do you think that like they're gonna really alter a lot of designs? Because I've noticed recently though, is that Nintendo's been a lot more like I think in the 2010s, like mid 2010s, they were scared. They were really scared of touching Mario design. I remember like Kid and Krista talking about it, and they did some like Mario. I think it was like some cake video where they had like Mario cakes for like some, or it was from
oh yeah, I remember them
TLC show. Do you remember them talking about that?
Yeah, and then
they were like, perfect, and like,
and they also brought up the
the
Luigi parkour thing as well. Like that was like another thing that was like heavily like restricted.
And they were like, oh, we want the characters to look exactly the same. We want Mario to look, because like if you notice, the Mario sports games will look the same. Everything looked the same. The only game that was different was Mario Odyssey, right? Wasn't that the only game that had a different Mario design aside from Paper Mario?
Yeah. Well, Mario and Luigi as well.
Yeah, but I would say that's kind of different though. But like in terms of like Switch games, let's say.
Yeah.
Like, was there like a game like Mario sports games? All had the really basic designs. Mario Kart had the really simple designs. You know, that's how most Mario games were. Even, you know, Mario plus Rabbids, obviously they kind of kept to their style, but they pretty much tried to make it as close to Mario design as they could for that game. But then when you look, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. No, I'm just kidding. Everything changed when they did what's in it? Mario RPG, right? Or in Mario Wonder. Those were the ones that he looked quite different.
Yeah, they really started mixing things up around like Mario Wonder and everything. Like I feel like we've been really entering a new era of Mario now. It's like
they've been less scared about touching the designs and more creative with everything. I think Mario, because I remember even thinking a long time ago, oh, it'd be cool if we got a Mario RPG remake, but I was like, oh, Nintendo probably be too scared to make the designs look any different for Mario, that they'd want to make it look really like sterile and simple. I guess the only game that kind of looks like that is Mario versus Donkey Kong still. Like that's probably the one that kind of looked the
honestly
most, like typical
it still looked,
Mario, but I mean not bad. But
it still looked like
what I'm saying.
Yeah, it didn't look any more generic than most things during the Switch era because it did have like at least it had like the.
I mean, it's not Mario Tennis Aces or a tennis with the Ultra Smash level. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, at least it had like.
I'm saying like that was quite okay.
Yeah, I was saying at least it had like the mechanical toy enemies, which were pretty cool, and like the some of the like the original characters and things. In terms of visuals, though, it was kind of like 3D World, but it was fine. I think it was. That's kind of like it was like the original game was already going for like a basic Mario style, but like heavily like pre-rendered, so and compressed. So I think they were kind of going for that like 3D style anyway with the original game. So
I guess what I'll just say is that I think Nintendo's been less scared, even with the. I think the movie was. I remember thinking about the movie long ago, when it was kind of announced, and I was like, how are they gonna do this? It doesn't make any sense, because to me it went against everything Nintendo ever did.
Yeah.
Because you look at you look at Universal Studios, the parks they did. Those are very typical Mario, right? Like and they look amazing, but they're as Mario as you can possibly go.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, I know why they did that, so that way, oh look, it's Mario, so that appealed to like people who don't know too much about Mario. Obviously, you don't want to be like, here's this weird obscure location.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
They
do
put
that,
like
right? You wanna make everything simple.
They put like flip side in the Super Nintendo world.
Like, here is the 1,000-year door, and oh, and here is here's flip side. Here is the Mario and Luigi Bean Kingdom. Here is they don't want to do that, right? It's too weird. So that's why they did that. But the Mario movie, I always thought, okay, how is this gonna work? Since that went against everything that Nintendo ever did with Mario, right? Because Mario has to speak full sentences and have a voice like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's one. Is the room done?
Oh yeah, it switched the rooms around again.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
that was weird.
I'm guessing the console itself will be $400. Yeah, that's what I think it will be too. I think that's like 400 USD.
$450 Canadian, yeah. Although, you know what? That guy was almost right. That Moisty Charlie.
Yeah.
Can't think behind that username, but he said it was the 17th. He was off by 1 day. If bro would have got it right.
Yeah.
Bro, he was close.
It was still, like, it wasn't even the 17th in Japan at that point. It was still the 16th in Japan. Like, I was thinking, like, they were saying 16th, like, 16th North America, 17th Japan, but it wasn't even that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. He was off. But
yeah.
at least, he was right.
He was right!
Right!
Also, you were right, because it happened this week, and that was your prediction of when it was going to be revealed.
Actually, yeah, I said that this week, because I remember you counter-argued with me about, like, Donkey Kong. You're like, nah, I don't think it's Donkey Kong. And I was like, I don't know, because, like, Donkey Kong, I mean, that's a fair thing to say, and I would have said that, too,
yeah.
If I kind of thought that.
But they actually did it!
Yeah, and actually another reason is apparently that I watched... Do you know a Nintendo Forecast?
Yeah.
That channel? Yeah, he made a video where he talked about that they can't really do it next week because it's the U.S. inauguration.
That's true. Actually, I think Kit and Krista brought that up. Or
was it him or maybe it was both of them? But
it was either that channel or Kit and Krista, from what I remember.
Maybe it was Kit and Krista. But yeah, I heard somewhere it's like, yeah, the inauguration. There's other stuff happening next week. That they just wouldn't want to do it, and that was kind of their safe zone. And I think they also decided to let's move up the date, because that was rumors too, right? Let's move up the date, so that way we show it before everything gets leaked. So I think they were like, you know what? If we don't do it, then and Thursday, it's the day before Friday, and that's a lot of people can see it, so I might as well get the video boosted up in the algorithm, right? And you know what's so weird? Have you gone to Switch, the news app? Do you even use that, or...
Oh,
do you ever visit the news app on the Switch?
Sometimes.
It says Nintendo Switch 2, and it was very strange. It reminds me of like when the 3DS said like Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Or yeah, on the eShop, they had like a section that had like Nintendo's. I remember like when I was touring the eShop, like when they when it was about to close down. I remember it reminded me of when they had like the Nintendo Switch section on there, where they had a bunch of videos. They just gave up in 2018, like updating it.
Yeah. It reminds me of that. It's so bizarre seeing that.
Yeah.
And the logo, like, the thing is, some people I've seen, they were like, oh, it's not creative enough. Oh, the logo is too simple. Oh, this. But I'm like, if you were Nintendo, what would you do? If you were put in a higher up position, what would you do? And I bet you would do that. Right?
Yeah, that is like the easiest thing. Like, that is the safest thing to do. Like, to just kind of convey that it's the next Nintendo like the next Nintendo Switch. Like, Nintendo made sure that people couldn't be confused about this console, thinking, oh, it's just something for the Switch, or it's just another edition for the Switch. No, this is the Switch 2. This is the next Nintendo Switch. Like, this is like the replacement. Like,
let's see. Yeah, for sure. You know, Nintendo's always been kind of scared of that, right? With the DS,
Yeah.
where it's like, you know, when they had the Game Boy Advance doing all, they were like, oh, call it the DS so it's not the replacement. Then it did well, and they're like, okay, it's a replacement. Also, Nintendo guy said, one thing that irks me is that people think that Mario got creative again since 2023, when Mario's been creative, very creative again since the Switch era started way back when. Yeah, I think I would agree with that.
I agree with that.
The only thing is that Nintendo. It's not that Nintendo hasn't got creative. It's that Nintendo's gotten more risky, and they're a bit. They're willing to go outside of their comfort zone. Because Mario, they don't want to touch Mario that much.
Yeah. I wanted to say, like, in 2017, yeah, they did lift a lot of restrictions to the franchise. I would say they definitely got more creative again, especially, like, in 3D Mario and everything. Like, and Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
They definitely started to be more creative around that time. But I would say
a few legacy things here and there that kind of...
Yeah, like Paper Mario.
Like, that's something that there are some things that they could not do.
Paper Mario, Mario Sports. It seems like there were some things that were held back a little bit in the early Switch era, but it seemed like 2023 is when, like, the floodgates were, like, fully open. That is when they fully kind of, like, lifted everything. Yes, they were creative and started to be really creative and interesting with Mario before that, but I feel like 2023 is where it all kind of accumulated and just, like, fully became realized. I think 2023 was, like, the effect that, like, the early Switch era was, like, building up to. Because, like, that is when they started to get, like, really kind of risky, like you said, again.
Yeah, they were way too scared of touching Mario and his brand. And I think you know what really made things go in a different direction is the movie. I think when they did the movie and it was such a big success, they really learned that, oh, people like this. People like that we're going outside of the comfort zone here, and that we're trying new ideas and new things. And I think that they kind of got less, like, terrified of, oh, what if we change Mario design too much, right? That, like, you know, they can tell now, hey, people actually like this, so let's make the next Mario Kart, like, you know, a bit more interesting and a bit more different art style.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I think it's going to pay off. I think they're going to see, oh, wow, people really like this. And I think that it's good. People should be celebrating that they are interested in altering the franchise, with, you know, with the, like, a few things here and there. Again, they're not, like, trying to change things too much, but they're just trying to make sure that people like what they're doing and aren't annoyed by it.
It's really stupid that people are boycotting Nintendo because DK's eyes are... What? People... People are boycotting Nintendo over that?
I don't see the problem with that.
I also saw people...
It's a new game.
I also saw someone say that, like, people were not buying the Switch 2, or, like, just, like, skipping this, or just, like, boycotting the Switch 2 because it was called the Switch 2.
That is, like, aka, if you're doing that, then, like, you don't deserve to have a system.
Yeah. What were they expecting it to be called? The Switch Attach? That, like, if they actually called it the Switch Attach, that would have been the stupidest name ever. Like, that, like...
Yeah, then people would have complained with that name. And also,
yeah, people would have
called... that bought, like, the PS2. Like,
people would have been, like... People would have been even more on this is a Wii U situation if they called it the Switch Attach. Because the Switch Attach sounds like an accessory for the Switch. That really does sound like as the name would be attached.
Like, you can buy the Switch Attach accessory for the, like, what?
Yeah, you can buy the attached magnetic Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch. Like, that doesn't sound like a new console.
Yeah, I think people just kind of... They don't think with logic,
like,
they just think,
sure,
oh, this isn't what they should be doing, so it's my opinion. And
yeah.
Like what? No. Like, and that's the thing, it's like, what else would you do? If I was Nintendo, I would have put a 2 stick beside it, because guess what? At
like,
least
sure,
a better chance.
Like, sure, it's kind of boring, it's uncreative, but it makes the most sense. Like, I don't know what else they would do.
Would you rather have the consoles fail miserably and then have no games? or would you want to at least have it called Switch? Like, it doesn't really make much of a difference either. And also, people have been calling it the Switch 2 for such a long time.
Yeah.
Now, that to me, like, even though it kind of looks a bit weird because it, you know, just it became official today, it's not something that like I hate or anything. Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, Mevins.
I thought my Wi-Fi died because like, the stream like died for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
At least your power didn't get cut, or at least your power didn't cut out. How many times have that happened to you?
So far in the last 2 days, it's happened to me. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 or 4 times.
Oh wow.
It's probably happened a few more times than that too. Maybe while I was sleeping or whatever. But from what I understand is that I think it's cut out 4 times, but I think one of the times when I was sleeping. So it's been weird. It was that time we were talking, making the video earlier today, and it was just before it cut out. And then yesterday it cut out. Yeah, so it's been a few times. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure it's because of the cold. I don't think so, but it could be. But
yeah, Jack Attack said, "I honestly wanted a Oh wait, no, I was trying to read the one before that. I hate the name Switch 2, but it makes the most sense. Yeah, that like yeah, I don't hate it, but I don't. It's like it's a thing. It's not a. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. I'm kind of indifferent to the name Switch 2. Like it's fine, I guess.
I think it works. It's functional. It's
functional, it's like I don't love it. It's still kind of boring, but like it makes the most sense. Like it's like what else were they gonna call it? The Nintendo Switch
Deluxe Plus U Deluxe Edition.
Yeah.
Like I seen something where it's like people mad when it's not called the new Super Nintendo Switch Plus Deluxe Edition or something.
I honestly think Nintendo Switch 2 is more like I think that's even a more effective name than new Nintendo Switch or Super Nintendo. Actually, no, that Super Nintendo Switch was the one I'm thinking of. I don't know like if Super Nintendo Switch would have like caught on as much. It seems like a little more, I guess, like I mean, it would have been a cooler name than the Switch 2, but I don't think it would have caught on as much as the Switch 2.
Yeah, I think they you know, they went with a good name here. Yeah, it's kind of simple, but I think that was important because if they didn't do that, I think we would have been quite disappointed. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the name. So, like, yeah, it might be a little simple, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but at least, you know, it's actually confirmed.
Yeah.
And the Switch trailers, like Nintendo, what's it called, Switch Wars. You know, he's gonna have some new content to talk about.
Oh, crap.
Instead of making up stuff that doesn't exist for like the past. Like I remember seeing some of these leak channels, like Andre's Restart. You know that channel?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
like it's funny. It kind of like his logo kind of looks like yours a little bit, but it's like
it does.
It looks like your logo, but if it was made in 2008, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is I'd seen his video like a year ago. It was in January of 2024. And he was like, oh, Switch 2 being announced, like, soon. And it's a year later. And I remember thinking, like, oh, maybe it's going to be announced. Maybe they're going to do it. And then they did the announcement of the tweet. And then, like, they're like, oh, my gosh, we can milk this even more.
Yeah.
It's coming soon, guys. It's coming in the summer. What? That's why they didn't do a Nintendo Direct? We had the partner showcases. They're like, yeah.
Oh, nice.
No.
I wanted to read the super chats here, but oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I'll have to read them in a second after I'm done with this. Actually, could you?
Oh, nice. I can read them if you want.
Yep.
Let's see. Elvish Mario Bros. Lord the Hedgehog said, "I bet you'll see Minecraft movie in theaters."
I like even
Go see it in theaters?
you know, I kind of want to see it, even though it's probably going to turn out pretty badly. I still want to see it regardless. Like I don't know, just because I love Minecraft. But even though even if it turns out to be like really weird, I just want to see how it turns out. Honestly,
it could be like a fever dream. Like it could be kind of so weird that it's like, you know, why not?
Yeah.
It does look better than the first. Like the first trailer of it was pretty awful because it felt like these people have never played this game in their entire life.
Yeah.
And they just went to Walmart and see the toys. They're like, yes, we're gonna make this a movie now. But luckily, they seem to know a bit more, and I think the first trailer was pretty bad. So.
Oh yeah, the first trailer is awful. The
other one. Yeah. And let's see. Jack says, I'm gonna see it. And then in terms of the other super chat, we got DJ2, $5. How many characters do you think we'll get in the new Mario Kart?
I'm thinking maybe about like at least 60. I'm thinking. I think there's gonna be a pretty big roster this time. But yeah, thank you, Elder Mario Bro Lord, the Hedgehog 3, and DJ2 for the super chats. But yeah, I think about like 60 characters is what I'm guessing. I think there's definitely going to be a lot more than 8 Deluxe, I'm thinking. Even 70-ish. Actually, yeah, like 60 to 70 maybe. Because I think like if there's going to be 24 characters per race, I think they're going to have a lot of characters available. And I think they might even pull from like a lot of like interesting characters. Like maybe a couple from the RPGs, a couple from WarioWare, a couple from like Wonder and Odyssey. Maybe even the new 3D Mario coming out, they might have an update that has like one character from the new 3D Mario. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Mario Odyssey has been like, they never did anything with that game.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm hoping that it will have some representation in Mario Kart 9.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That would be pretty cool. I'd like to see that. Yeah, I'm sure we'll learn a lot more soon. And I hope that we see... I'm really hoping that we will see what the C button is. That's what I'm curious to see. So I'm not sure. They're hiding it, so it must be kind of good.
It stands for Crumple. Like a Lord Crumple. Baby, thanks. And it just crumples up your Nintendo Switch 2.
Maybe it's for cook. Maybe it's like a cook option, and you press cook, and then like it cook you something.
Jesse, we have to cook. Press the cook button on the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo will really cook with that cook button. But I think the crumple button is the best bet. But the jokes aside, I think it's probably going to be either a connect/chat button or a cast button. I think it's going to be either one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I was thinking it was chat maybe, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like the fact that they're hiding it just feels like if it was like, oh, we're hiding it, and it's actually, guys, it's chat, guys. You can click the button to open up the chat. Like that'd be the most boring thing ever.
Yeah.
You know, I that's my concern with that is it feels like a little bit. I don't know. It feels boring to just say, oh, by the way, hey, this button that we're hiding from you intentionally, it's a chat button. Like I don't know. That's not exciting at all. I don't think it will be that.
I do think there will be.
If it's a good feature like cast, like that will be cool.
Yeah, I do think there will be some kind of chat functionality anyway on the Switch 2, but I'm not sure if that C button will have anything to do with it. But I wonder if we'll get any DLC for Mario Kart 9. I'm sure we will. Yeah, I am almost certain that we will get DLC for Mario Kart 9. Like, because it's gonna sell well. Like we already know that it's gonna sell well, but
yeah, as long as it's like not finished it later.
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah.
But again, they've had a lot of time to develop this, so it's not like they're rushing like the Mario sports games.
Yeah.
Because those teams were working, they're very small teams working on quite large projects. Except for next level games, I have no idea what they were doing. They're the questionable ones.
Next Level Games is probably working on Luigi's Mansion 4, so...
Yeah, Mario Struggle Battle League 2. Maybe they did that.
No, they're doing
awesome to have something.
They're doing Luigi's Mansion 2 HD 8, or they're doing Luigi's Mansion 2 HD Deluxe.
Yeah. And it's just, I was gonna say, it's so awesome to have something to talk about again.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Like, I know really they've talked about what we know, but just to know that, hey, there's something new on the horizon, and you know, it's not like we're waiting for like the unknown of like, oh, will they do this maybe, or will they do that? At least we finally have like, okay, we have confirmation, we know what this is, and it's pretty exciting, I think. Because finally we're gonna get news and information about stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna see games that we've never seen before.
I'm thinking for the
stuff from Nintendo we've never seen.
For the next Mario Kart game, I'm thinking, do you think we'll get retro tracks of base Mario Kart 8? I think that would be really funny.
I think they're gonna do fully original. That's my guess.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Every course being an original course.
I think they're still gonna do retro tracks because that's just been a staple for Mario Kart since DS. So I don't know if they would really want to stop doing that. Because I had one idea for it with my like Mario Kart Fusion idea. They might like have a gimmick where it fuses two retro tracks together. So I'm thinking like that would be an interesting idea.
It AI generates Mario Kart tracks. That'd be interesting.
By the way, Reese, remember Reese & Co? Well, it's sadly going to have to be delayed, but I've thought of a different Reese game that would be a 2D platformer. Oh, that's interesting. I'm interested to hear your idea on that.
Yeah. How come it got delayed? Is it just a big project? Yeah, it's exciting. I'm sure that the meat is happy about that because who gets to eat the Billy Dog thing?
Oh, T&D.
Isn't it T&D? Yeah.
T&D. Yeah, we need to start making arrangements now for T&D since it was actually revealed.
Yeah. Well, someone got it wrong.
Yeah.
But actually, it's so funny that they could have just put this in the Game Awards and be like, "Hey Jeff, can you put this in the Game Awards? Thanks."
Honestly, I think it wouldn't have.
Funny.
I don't know. Like, for some reason, I don't think it would have been as impactful if it was in the Game Awards.
That's the thing. I think. Well, that's another thing too. Is if I was Nintendo, the Game Awards does not even care about Nintendo in the slightest.
Honestly, so, I think it's actually, I think it might be the other way around. I think Nintendo just doesn't care about the Game Awards.
And you think that's why they don't really, the Game Awards itself doesn't really do too much with Nintendo?
Because the thing is, like, you see so many Sony games there, because Sony, like, puts so much money into the Game Awards. So I just...
Yeah, because they're putting so much money into games, they just need any advertising possible.
Yeah.
They, like, froth to them out, saying, oh my goodness, look how many people are watching this. This is the perfect place to show our next space shooter thing. Right? Whereas Nintendo's like, we don't need it. We can just upload a YouTube video. Why do we have to pay for an event, really? And attend this event with a lot of PR people and have to worry about Jeff stuff. And also, you know what the main reason they don't like? They don't like to show their games alongside other companies' games and stuff. You know, they don't want to do that. A Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Character is different, or DLC for a game, because at least with that, it's just
Or like Bayonetta or something, which is like a third-party exclusive, but
yeah, they really don't like to show like their own stuff unless it's like very specific. They'd rather just do their own thing.
yeah.
So that's what they like to do, which honestly, yeah, it can be a bit annoying, but I don't think that it's a bad thing. Right? Because it means that at least they care about making sure that that like their own, that they're benefiting, right?
Yeah.
From that. They don't want to have to pay someone else to do that event. And then not only that, it's like, oh, now moving on to this, and it's like Sony. They don't really like that. They want to make sure that, okay, we exist, and they're kind of taking a very like Apple approach to this. Like, say what you will about Apple, but Apple has a really good way of doing like their like Apple showcases and stuff, their keynotes, their presentations,
Yeah.
their website. That's something I can tell Nintendo's kind of taking a bit of a page out of that, because the way that they've done this entire thing feels like they're trying to go with that simple, like even the website for the Switch is like, you know, the website says an update from Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
It's very simple. It's not like, oh, by the way, here's the Switch 2 and everything about it. Like, the way they're doing is very, very nice, very elegant. I think it works really well. Like, yeah, you know, there's some things that Apple doesn't do the greatest. Sometimes, like, to do with their mouse design, like, it's awful. Like, who decided that would be a good idea? But,
Yeah.
like, don't you hate the Magic Mouse? Have you ever used it before?
Oh wait, which thing? Oh no, I haven't. Oh
The
yeah,
Magic
no, I
Mouse.
haven't used it.
That's the worst mouse ever.
Is it the one where it has like the like the charging port at the bottom of it?
Yes.
That is insane.
It's so bad. Like, I can't charge it while I have to like let it charge and then come back later to use it. It's
Yeah,
actually such an
that is
awful
like a
design.
horrible design.
And like I remember watching, I think it was Marquez video. He talked to Tim Cook, and he was like, "Oh, like the Magic Mouse," and then like Tim Cook was like, "Yeah, it's it's a great design." Like he kind of said something like we're proud, like that was one of our biggest achievements or something. And Marquez is looking at the camera like, what does this clown think he's saying? It's like, it's really funny because like no one thinks that's a good design, and then Tim Cook's like, it's peak. We know it's amazing. It's like, you guys could have just put the charging port on the front of the thing, and I think people would have liked it better, but no.
That is like one of the most egregious design choices of all time. Like that has been spread around for years as like one of the most horrible design choices ever. Just having like the charging port like on the bottom. That is just like, who thought of that? Like, what were they thinking?
I know, and the fact that they didn't even bother to change it quickly after realizing that was a stupid idea. It's like, wow, it looks so nice, but wow, I don't care if it looks nice if I can't really use it when it's not charged. So the great thinking. It's such a bad mouse. I don't know who thought of that idea, why it is the thing, because it doesn't make any sense. And or at least have it so that way, you know, there could be some sort of way to have it like move, like, you know, have multiple options for it. But I don't know, it's really weird. It's not like a secondary thing. I mean, the Switch will have a USB-C port on the top though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. So I'm excited to see what they do with that. Or like, I think there was like a camera, like accessory idea. I'm not sure if that still exists, but there's supposedly a camera thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
Do you want to try to join my room here?
Sure, I'll try to join. 'Cause I got kicked out before. Well, when is Switch 3 dropping, guys?
It's gonna be the Switch. It's gonna be the Switch 2 Pro now. That's gonna be the thing.
Switch 2 Pro.
The Switch
You
2
know, it'd be
Pro.
so funny. We should do. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll tell you after the stream because I don't want to spoil the idea.
Okay. Oh, can you read
Yeah.
Matthew Gaming's comments since I'm about to get into a round here?
Yeah. Matthew Gaming's comment. Let's see. Receiving code supposedly to be 3D. I cycled modeling animations. I don't think any engines that I have would really work well with a big 3D game compared to a 2D pixel platformer. What engine are you using? Something like GDevelop or Construct or something, or Game Maker? But you have some really cool plans for 2D Reese game. One of them being multiplayer. If I finally start working on the 2D Reese game, Reese, would you like to play test it?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds fun.
So she says, hey Reese, have you ever gotten around to reading the Mario 3 script?
Oh, I need to do that. I've just been really busy lately, but I want to read that. Yeah.
Busiest time lately.
Yeah. But I definitely want to get around to reading that. Because that sounds pretty interesting. Because I really like the like I really like the Deke Mario cartoons in general. So it's been like quite a long time since I've watched The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. I need to watch that again. I'm personally a Super Show guy, but I honestly like all of them. I like all of the series. I prefer 3 in World over Super Show, but Super Show has its charm. Yeah, I think all 3 shows, like, I definitely appreciate, like, all 3 of them, I would say. But, with this, squash and stretch animations in Mario Kart 9, think about how amazing the trick and victory animations are going to be like. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Okay. Getting a little tired, because I've just done so much today. Between, like, classes and all the Switch 2 videos. And things. Like, even though there, like, wasn't a lot to the announcement, like, a new console announcement is always going to be tiring for me. So...
Yeah.
How about you? Like...
Not too bad. I made sure to wake up on time to see the
Yeah.
announcement.
Were you awake when it happened? Because I know some people, like, I mean, I know you're in my time zone, but, like, some people on, like, the West Coast were, like, asleep when it happened.
Apparently it was, like, 5 a.m.
Yeah, it was 5 a.m. for them. It was 8 for us, which was a lot better. But, and thankfully I was awake, because I had to be awake, because I was getting ready for classes, and I actually had some time to react to it before I went to class.
Yeah.
And thankfully, in the one class that I was in, we weren't really doing that much. So I had time to, like, actually upload it in the class, because it was like it's like a class about how to use a certain software, like AutoCAD. So we had our laptops open. So I, like, finished the assignment that I was doing, and I just started, like, had it uploading in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I hate on these booster course pass, like, tracks, you can get stuck in a corner really easily because of how they're... I've just know even when the quality improved, there are still some little quirks to these sometimes.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It was 6 a.m. in Dinosaur Land. Not the leaks ruining 80% of the Switch 2 hype. Honestly, like, even though the Switch 2 announcement, like, wasn't particularly surprising to me, I, like, wasn't, like, too disappointed by it. I'm still hyped about the Switch 2. It's still exciting. But, oh, Anton, are you gonna try to join,
Yeah.
my room here?
Alright, yeah. I was trying to figure out something here. Well, because I'm trying to, because I have a family account, right? The thing. But I'm trying to add some people so that way I can go to the thing, right? Because it's like the family group.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like I removed a few people to add a few others. Let's see. I'm joining you right now. There you go. Yours is working again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the roster will be like.
Yeah. I honestly, I want to start a campaign. Vivian for Mario Kart. I need Vivian in Mario Kart at some point. I don't care if she looks like paper. If they're gonna do that with the Paper Mario characters, I just want her in any form. Or Geno. Geno for Mario Kart 2 would be nice. Or any character from Brothership.
Yeah, Mallow would be interesting too, I think.
Yeah. Or another one that Soshi would love, Croco. Croco for Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That would actually be a really cool choice. Because Croco would be pretty unique, cool, I would say. Yeah, even though I don't want a ton of, like, non-Mario characters, Kirby's like the best non-Mario character that have in Mario Kart, I would say.
Even like Captain Falcon, I like to see him in the game. As long as they can do it where it works.
Yeah, and it doesn't replace any, like, characters that, like, Mario characters that people want, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have about 9 minutes left for the super chat goal. So yeah, I will stream, if I get 10 super chats, I will stream Mario Party tomorrow. If not, I'll probably do it, like, in a few days, but, yeah, you could donate as little as 99 cents and it will count towards it, so. Oh wait, there's no one in the room. I need to connect to a new room. That's weird how it does that. It should at least put you in a room. Like, they should have the room fill up until it, like, switches out. I just think that's a bit weird how they handle it.
Yeah, I'm in another room.
I need to try to connect to another one here. I keep going into, like, a room by myself.
Yeah, I'm in a room with someone else. Alone. Oh, I'm in with Mevins. I'm just alone.
Now I'm still alone. I guess I'm gonna have to wait. The Switch is Nintendo's own PlayStation when you think about it. Yeah, kind of. Because it's like, they're doing like the number scheme of like the PlayStation now. Like, do you think they'll continue after the Switch 2? Like, do you think there will be like a Switch 3 and a Switch 4 after this? Do you think they'll continue with it? Or do you think Switch 2 is the last one, and then they'll definitely stick to like the hybrid consoles, but I'm not sure if like, do you think they'll just like, the Switch is like Nintendo's main thing from now on?
I don't know. I'm gonna say that they're probably gonna stick to it. If it works, why change it?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna stick with it.
I think it just depends on how well the Switch 2 will perform. If it does pretty well, they might continue.
Yeah, if it doesn't do well, then they'll come up with the Wii 2.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens. You can tell with that Mario Kart, there's a lot of graphically impressive stuff going on.
Yeah. The only non-Mario characters I like were Rob and the Pac-Man gang. Honestly, yeah, Pac-Man would be another one that would be nice to see.
Yeah.
His, like, since he was in, the arcade GP games.
I could see maybe Pac-Man just getting in, just himself.
Yeah.
I think that would be something that they could do.
Or another one, Pac-Mom.
Oh, yeah. At least Pac-Man. Rip.
Yeah. I really don't get why some people are upset about this system being another Switch, when realistically many of Nintendo's systems are more of the same of previous ideas, like the DS to 3DS, Game Boy, the GBA, etc. It's basically because of how it has changed the game development forever, how extremely important handheld gaming is for them. Yeah, like, yeah, the Switch 2, it really, like, when you think about it, it really isn't that much different from, like, the upgrade from the DS to the 3DS. Like, when you think about it, like, it really isn't as, like, it really isn't as, like, boring as an upgrade as a lot of people think it is. Because it really makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Hey Reese, what's up? I'm so glad we got the Switch 2 reveal today, and I love how Mario Kart 9 looks. So glad to see the wonder and creative Mario art style influence going on the Switch 2. Yeah, I actually had a thought a few days ago. I was gonna say, like, I was gonna make a post on Blue Sky saying, like, oh, I really wish they kept going with the Wonder art style, because that looks a lot better than just the regular 3D Mario art style. But they actually are kind of using it in Mario Kart 9, which I really like. So it's really nice to see that. It's still not letting me join the room.
Booster course past DLC 1.
Imagine if it looked like that. That would be insane.
Yeah. It was that last course that never got into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that pipe one. It'd be like, oh, that one.
Yeah.
Like, in this game, we only have one course, and it's that course.
Yeah. A friend room probably would have been better choice for this stream. Well, the thing is with a friend room, I'd have to put up a friend code, and I don't want to have to accept a million friend codes, because the Switch has a limit with how many friend codes you could, and I just wanted viewers to join. So this, like, a tournament is like the easiest way to get viewers to join. So
Hopefully they make it so you can have more friends in the next one.
yeah.
And just a better menu, please.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Marcus.
Obviously, NSO has to work well.
You know, one thing that I realized earlier is that the Switch 2 trailer is exactly 2 minutes and 22 seconds long. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, that must have been intentional or
That's
something. 'Cause, like,
yeah.
they held the like, you know, they I don't think it's a coincidence because of the fact that they like hold the Nintendo logo for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
They you know, the way that they cut everything so that way it would match the timing. They must have known.
Oh, Marcus, I would love to have you join, but I'm gonna wrap up the stream pretty soon.
I think we're
'cause
almost done.
Yeah.
Good for the next time though. Are
Yeah.
you planning on streaming soon, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stream pretty soon, I would say. Sometime this weekend.
Yeah. That'll be epic.
Yeah. I remember I made a post yesterday saying, like, are you ready for Nintendo to announce the next thing? And then people were saying, like, oh, you're believing all these rumors, it's not gonna happen. Then they immediately got proven wrong, which is pretty funny. Someone said, I can't believe that so many people thought that it would be tomorrow, and now it's crickets. I'm honestly over. Yeah, and they said, I can't believe they thought it was going to be tomorrow, and it wasn't even that day yet. That is crazy. Everyone immediately assumed that it was going to be on, like, this, at the same exact time as the 2016 reveal. That was 8 years ago. Do you really think Nintendo is going to have the same exact, like, timing as they did, like, nearly a decade ago for a console reveal? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I think just the timing kind of lined up. It is weird, though, that they didn't post it without, like, a warning or some sort of... But actually, you know what? They gave us the warning unintentionally. You know what they did? I don't remember yesterday. They were tweeting so much about random games and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, yesterday, they started tweeting so much about Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
I know the game came out today, but...
It was funny how they completely overshadowed it. It's funny how the design for, the new design for Donkey Kong completely overshadowed the game, which is kind of funny.
I mean, it's an old game. It has, like, 2 other versions. I don't think Nintendo really cares if it's hugely successful. I mean, they didn't even develop them themselves. It's by Forward Entertainment or something. Forever Entertainment, right?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon. I'm just gonna read, like, a few chats, then I'm gonna end the stream and everything. But yeah, Marcus said, plus I got Anton Blast. Yeah, that's an amazing game. I'm glad that you got that. I
haven't played it yet. I will get it.
You need to play it. You need to stream it. It's like the perfect game for you to play. You should even do a video like Anton reviews Anton Blast.
Okay.
I think that would be a cool idea. I
just
still
have
haven't
one
played the
video
Anton
I'm
Blast
almost
demo.
done.
Mevins, you need to play it. You need to play the Anton Blast demo. It's amazing. It's amazing. See you later, Parky Ship. Yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the stream. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. Stay